Programming language is a set of instructions. In terms of coding, if you want to make Maggie, first you put water, after that you put Maggie, after that added the masala. So some instructions are given on the method. Similarly, if we want to do any work from the computer, we have to give instruction like first our program takes the input of the first number, then takes the input of the second number and add both the numbers. Then print the sum of the two numbers. Get it? Now if we write 1,000 lines of code for a big MNC, this instruction became bigger and more difficult. But years ago, there were no small computers like now. We did not have C, C++, Java. We used to have only electricity. Then all the computers were like big old computers. The electricity moving through the computer's physical circuit, when the electricity went through the computers where we used to say this is 1, and when the electricity was turned off, then we used to say that is 0. So in the same way, our system of 0, 1 came. That is called the binary system. If we want to tell the number 5 to the computer, first we will send 1 high voltage and then we will send 0 means low voltage, then again we will send the high voltage. So that is now 101. So by changing the wiring in this way, we used to give the binary code to the computer with different instruction. Not even the number. If we have to print any word, that will be the same process. Old computer scientists actually used to remember all those binary systems. They used to carry large manuals so that they knew what binary code to write for which word. What happened now? This process for computer scientists became very difficult. Then there was some advancement in some technology. There was a scientist named Grace Hopper in 1914. Grace Hopper made a machine for the first time with the help of which we had to write such huge binary code. She believed that a programming language based on English was possible. Her compiler converted English terms into machine code understood by computers. Now we have to write simple small code. The machine that she made, she named it compiler. So what did the compiler do? The compiler is used to remember the location of the complete code wherever it's written in the memory, such as the code of adding two numbers. If it is written inside the memory in a location named B80, then what will happen? If someone wanna add two numbers, he doesn't need to remember the complete binary code of adding two numbers. He just remember B80, as simple as that. By the way, we named it assembly language. The first assembly language was made by IBM in 1957. And the name was Fortran. After this, Grace Hopper also made a language in 1959. That name was COBOL. Assembly languages are hardware specific. That's mean it was made for particular hardware. Let's assume you have Ryzen 9 or Intel i9. We can code only on that particular processor, not on the other processor. So I can say assembly language is a platform dependent language. So we need platform independent language, right? Then came the high level language. Like C++, Java, Python. The high-level language was simplified slightly from the assembly language and was made for English specific. If you ask how easy high-level language was, I will give you an example of it. If you want to do something in C like this, it would look in assembly like this. Now you comment which language do you find easier, high-level language or assembly language. So we can write the high-level language on the Mac or Windows, it's not an issue. So the compiler should also be different. To compile the assembly language to binary, we have assembler, and to compile the high-level language to binary, we have compiler. Now you can say why too much high-level language also exists on this planet, right? So here we will take the example. If we want to cut a tree, then here we can use an axe for it, or we can use a knife for it. But here we will use the axe because to cut the tree, the axe is more suitable. But if we want to cut fruit, we must be using a knife over there. So this programming language is also like a tool. So which one would be the best in which scenario, in which case we use them there. Now whenever we try to enhance a feature in one language, always its other features are decreasing. As Python is a very useful language, easy to learn, more like pseudocode, so we use it for AI machine learning. On the other hand, C++ or Java is more complex to write than Python, but its execution speed is much faster than Python. So we use it for making OS or use it for industrial work. That's what today's video was all about. If you like the video, then share, like, and in my case Python and C is the base language for a beginner. So comment down which language do you prefer for programming as a beginner, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.